going down the inside here, sod it. That went well. Hi guys, Chris down here at Talk Sector Sim. Now, in the past few years, iRacing, Low Field Motorsports, Race Room, they've all dominated the online racing world when it comes to hardcore simulators. Now, they've got these incredible systems and processes to matchmake, to find the right races for the right people with options abound, and you can understand why they're being so successful. Now, we've talked about Live for Speed quite a bit over the past few weeks in its new update, but even without the update, for years, Live for Speed was an absolute bastion of online racing with a huge community full of guys that were really excited to try out league racing and pickup racing and things like that. Now, the sim has naturally dropped off over the past few years, but there's still a huge community of guys out there organising leagues, and today we're going to have a try. Now, we participated in the GTI Thursdays event. It's the last round of the season. We're hopping in for the very first time. It's the little front and rear wheel drive road cars. 48 guys out here today. Let's see how we all get on, and let's see just how this all still stacks up in 2025. Now then, guys, welcome back to Talk to Sim. Today we are in Live for Speed again, and we are going to try and answer the question: how is this sim? Is league racing still viable? Is it still working? Let's find out. Now, we are in GTI Thursdays. Okay, now this is an organised league event. It's organised by the guys down at Fragmaster. It's incredibly well organised. You know, the planning and the professionalism throughout is absolutely fantastic. It's live streamed. I'm sure there'll be the odd clip from the live stream dropped in as I go. This is race 2. Now, why are you not watching race 1, if you ask? Well, there's a number of reasons. I think the reason that I want to share is more the idea and the fact that I wanted to learn a few lessons from race number 1 so that I could talk a little bit more eloquently in race 2 to you guys and share my feelings and the answers to the questions that I've sort of raised to myself, as we have a little bit of argy-bargy there into that very, very tight corner here at Aston's boot layout. You can see Live for Speed's new 0.8B update in full swing. Oh god. It's getting lighter outside versus the start of the race. It is absolutely tight as a tight thing. Oh, sorry, sir. Coming up the uphill chicane. 48 participants today. Over 60 attempted to qualify. Only the top 48 got in. I got in by an absolute nose. And I mean a nose. It was literally nothing. So, truth be known, I'm actually lucky to be here sharing the track with these guys. And as I say, race 1, it didn't go particularly well. Number of reasons. Reason number 1, I got caught in a wreck of all places at this area of the circuit. Reason number 2, I wasn't very good. I'm going down the inside here, sod it. That went well. Reason number 3, truth be known, from a YouTube content creation perspective, I got to the end of lap 2 and realised that I hadn't said anything, and you will have to remember that I am relatively new to all of this. I am not a seasoned content professional. I'm just working out how it goes. So, first things first, let's talk the format of GTI Thursdays. This is round 51. This is the last race of the year, which is probably a small part as to why it's been so well attended by the community. It is the XFR and the the XFG and the XRG, pardon me. We are in the XRG, which is the rear wheel drive option versus the front wheel drive option in the XFG. Yep, I got that the right way around. 10 laps and a mandatory pit stop. So race is about half an hour. So strap in. You're looking at similar races to iRacing, which, truth be known, is fantastic for me because it gives me a really good comparison. What does this bring? What's the positives? Well, the racing, provided you're in with a good group of people, which so far it looks quite positive in that respect, the racing is great. You haven't got a rating. You haven't got a safety rating or an I rating or a skill-based rating to worry about while you're icing and dicing, and you can tell because because the racing is hard and close and fair. At least most of the time it's fair anyway. That's the biggest compliment I will give. The other side of this is the community aspect. Now, I've had to turn off the Discord and the voice chat for professionalism reasons. However, this community, this group of guys that, for want of a better term, the crack is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You know, these guys are really community focused. The chat, the banter, the mickey taking as somebody's timing themselves out at the moment is absolutely fantastic. And versus the world of iRacing, which, truth be known, is just a big pile of hatred and hurt and vengefulness, it's really refreshing. So good work to this community for generating that and for putting that into place, because that's what this is all about. Like I said in my last Live for Speed video, sim racing is about fun with people, and these guys have got that to a T. They really do. The sim, it has its strengths and its weaknesses, just as every sim does. The cars handle and drive really, really nicely. I don't know if he's alongside me or not. He's not. Yeah, cars drive like real cars. It's like it's almost like I'm in a really big Gran Turismo race with people that care, that aren't playing on controllers, in fantasy cars on a PC with all my really good gear, in terms of the idea that I'm doing a great race in road cars. And that's exactly what this is. This is what the likes of, in particular, iRacing never focused on when it was in its development. It never focused on road car racing or anything like that. It wanted to be the ultimate motorsport simulator, and it's achieved that. This has got both. It's beautiful with it coming back to light again. When I think about, and I checked this stat out earlier today, I have done over 60,000 miles on Live for Speed over the years, which is an absolutely bonkers number. 60,000 miles. Some cars would be in the scrapyard by that point. And not the best ones, but some. So there's our positives in terms of the driving and the handling model. Negatives, right now, I don't feel like it always has been like this, but the curbs, if I put the brake on when I'm over a curb, all hell breaks loose. It just isn't going to work for me. I will probably do it by accident at some point, and I'll make a note of it and mention it and make you aware. But curbs are not as grippy as tarmac. Every day of the week, absolutely fine with that. They're not like this. They're not like this. It can actually help a little bit with rotation at times, but you've got to be good to do that and experienced. And yes, 60,000 miles, but those 60,000 miles for a long time, a long time ago. I've been chalked up in a garage since then, so they're good on the driving model and on the series as well. It's a really level playing field, you know, without having an iRacing or without having a, you know, some fancy, some fancy quantifiable metric on how you are, or not happy about that. Of how good you are, the racing is still really quite close. Now, there's our positives. Now, as we approach the halfway point, there's some negatives I want to talk about. Now, first things first, you'll see in the bottom right hand corner, provided I haven't been stupid and oh god, we're 3 wide. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no, I'm in a sandwich. I'm so glad I'm alive. He's going to lose it. No, he's not. Thank Christ. This is probably as good a time as any to dive into the pits at the end of this lap. But yeah, you'll see at the bottom of your screen. Got away with that. In the right hand side, you'll see a big list of names. But there's not many names. Now, you will know in iRacing, you have to use your real name. I know there's a lot of Smurfs out there and a lot of people that want to... I'm not going to pit, sod it, this is good racing. Well, there's a lot of people out there that use Smurf accounts and don't necessarily use their exact names, but what it gives is a bit of accountability. If I'm hiding behind a username or a gamer tag or something modern and hip and cool like that, I'm less bothered about what I do because it's not me, it's my persona. When it's your name, you are accountable. You don't want to look like a Burke. You don't want to say anything too stupid to somebody. You don't take as many risks. And I know it's a little bit of a little one or a little fanciful one, but back in the good old days, we used to make people use their names, and it worked. So, one lesson for sim racing games and sim racing communities moving forwards. The second one is, and you'll note by that corner there, one of the things that I grew up learning from this sim is that to be fast, you have to use every, and I am not kidding you when I use this word, every inch of the circuit to be fast. Every inch and more. You actually have to use it rather than missing it at apex, but the idea is you have to use all of the circuit. Slowdowns, 1x's, track limits policing in other sims. You'll see it in LMU, you'll see it in Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Evo at times as well. You'll see it in Race Room, in Automobilista. This game has 0 track limits policing, unless an organisation or a league or something like that enforces it themselves. I'm not saying that it's a major problem or anything like that, but it's just like in Formula 1 or in touring car championship or any form of motorsport really, it just looks a little bit silly. It looks out of control. Not just the guys that's driving, but on a broadcast that I'm snipping to that you might watch instead of racing in it, or if you just don't make it into qualifying, you might watch it. Well, it just looks unprofessional, and it allows people who are able to find that little bit of exploit, shall we say, that little bit of grass that nobody else uses to cut. The person that finds that, as I touch that curve there and get loads of rotation that I wasn't expecting, it allows that person to find a really, really competitive advantage. And I just don't think that's right. Watch this. Have it. Straight out over the grass. And pulled a tiny little bit of a gap. Just feels a little bit less pure, a little bit less motorsport, a little bit more jumpers for goalposts. I mean, look at that. Yes, I lost a bit of time on entry, but the exit I got, I'm going to do it again here. I'm going to be out in the green stuff, into second, all the way over that green curb, use everything over here. It's just a bit silly, really. Other than that, though, it still feels really good. And I know that the big problem with a simulator like Live for Speed, which unfortunately versus its heyday in the very early 2000s and maybe tinkling into the 2010s if you were lucky, before iRacing really asserted its dominance and a setup course came along. God, see, those curbs are treacherous, and I'm going to pit now. It's just, it hasn't got that wow factor. When it comes to racing, yes, it's very close and very competitive when it goes right, like it is at the moment. No, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this time with these guys. When the going's good like it is now, it's great. It is a lot of fun. Not a lot of bump draft in this series, so I'm going to kindly take the outside line. Can I get him? Going for the cutback. Missed the apex myself. Where's this other dude? He's there. Damage model's comical as well, but what do you expect? I still love it. Run. Sneak it down the inside. The brakes. AstroTurf curb, whatever you like. Haven't got the run. And this is a scary out corner. No contact. Does he have a good point? Get it rotated. Yes, we can. The apex. He's going to have the run. Hey, this is just brilliant racing. Oh, where have you come from? It's okay, get the run, get the run, get the draft. Let's go for it. Somebody else has joined the crew as well. I think he's already been in the pits. I think he's a very, very fast one, so this is going to be fun. He's going to be one to be well past us. Yeah. You're there. I know. grass. It's a good skin. Pikachu. Oh, that was bad. Oh, the tyre stacks are dynamic as well. Just a bit of a cool detail for you. I always thought that was absolutely amazing in 2007. It stacks move when you... It was great until there was one right in the middle of the circuit, right in front of you. But yeah, what is this? If you are, and this goes back to everything that I've said about Live for Speed in the past few weeks, you want the cutting edge, if you want the latest and greatest circuits and the latest and greatest cars and the latest and greatest in technology for making sure that everything's fair and reasonable, and go and get iRacing. I know it has a subscription model. I know it's very expensive. Do I think it's worth it? Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't pay for it. If you just want to have a laid back time, I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. I'm not thinking about anything other than trying to catch these guys in front of me. If that's the drive and that's the mentality and that's the desire that you're looking for in a sim, you don't want to spend mega bucks, you're not bothered about cars, tracks, etc. You're just looking for the purity of driving and racing. Come on, try. This here, everything that you see here, costs £32. Not £32 a quarter, £32. That's not a bad knock. Sod it, I'll dive in with these boys. I'm using a lot of practice on the pit anchoring. One thing that does feel particularly tin pot, got my football references there about Live for Speed, is the fact that I can stop in any of these pit boxes and it works. I think I've just done some engine damage there. I think I've over revved the car because I've got a little mill light on my dashboard there, look. Oops. I've not got far to go, have I? Oh. I didn't even think about the fact that there might be some guys who's actually in my place, if that makes sense, that's already pitted. Oh, that was a big cut. Think about Live for Speed as well. That makes it so much easier and so much more confidence inspiring to follow a car really, really closely. I don't know if it's the fact that you know that you're not going to accidentally you're not going to accidentally get yourself a nice 1x, that if he decides to accidentally drop it, it turns into a 4x and tanks your safety rating, and then everyone stays away from you because they think you're a knob and you don't have fun. I'm not sure if it's that side of things. I'm not sure if it's the netcode is fantastic until it's not in Need for Speed, by the way. And that doesn't appear to have changed. It's fantastic until there is a level of lag or packet loss, and then it all starts crumbling, and it crumbles hard. Cars disappear, cars jump. There's no sort of prediction model like there is in some other sims, so you are literally in the blind hoping that you're not wiping somebody into the next life. But the important question out of tonight is, have I had fun? Yes. Yes, I've had a lot of fun. Have I had as much fun as I did 10 years ago? No. Have I had as much fun as I would have if I'd have decided to do an iRacing race tonight? Just as much, if not more. And that's very important. It's very important for two reasons. Number one, because I don't have a lot of time, like a lot of you out there, and wasting it is particularly painful. The other part of it is I haven't had any tea yet, so I would have been incredibly grumpy if I hadn't have had fun. So, well done, Olga. It's not perfect. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. Nothing is. The other thing that I forgot to say through absolutely all of this is how not only financially, but oh shit, oh no, got away with that. But from a point of view of the equipment that you need, and from the point of view of how good your PC has to be, it is the most accessible sim racing option there has ever been, in my opinion. You could run this on anything. I used to run this on a little old gaming laptop for a while. I had a PC that I had bought for me at Curry's that used to do the job. Wheel and pedal wise, yes, I've got high-end equipment here today. I didn't 10 years ago. I had G27s and G25s and some of the older, less snazzy Fanatec stuff. And I remember there was one man, I'm sure he won't mind me naming him, Jan Laprovot en Francais. He did his entire iRacing career, including lots of endurance races, lots of touring car races, lots of oval racing, you name it, on a mouse. So you can do it. So what would I say? Even if you are a seasoned professional, come and give this a go. Maybe not for your, there we go, maybe not for your esports and your, oh well, not for your esports and not for your stats, but just have a bit of fun, because it is. See you next time. So, what do we think? Still worth the try here in 2025? Well, I think so. Now, it hasn't got all the sheen and the glamour and the glitz and the glam of some of the brand new and newer Sims on the market, but is it still an absolute whale of a time? Yeah, it is. And for that reason, I know that when I'm bored, when I've got nothing else to do, and I see a race crop up, I'll be back. Guys, a huge thank you for coming along with us and making it this far through the video. Do please like and subscribe to help the channel grow and reach out to more of you sim racing fanatics. Guys, we'll see you next time.